Hey, Mad Crew, welcome back to the Mad Insider, your weekly briefing for everything Monrovia, Arcadia, and Duarte. It's October 22nd, 2025, and we have got a packed update for you, from a wild heist in Arcadia to some truly amazing local heroes. So let's just jump right in.
This quote is really what we're all about. It's not just about knowing the headlines, it's about sharing info that actually helps our community stick together. So let's get started with our first useful thing for the day.
All right, first up, let's get into those weekly headlines. These are the stories you're going to want to know about, the ones really making an impact across the San Gabriel Valley this week.
Yeah, $500,000. Just let that sink in for a second. That's the estimated loss from a pretty brazen jewelry heist right in Arcadia. The wild part? Police say the burglars actually tunneled through a wall from a vacant building next door straight into the store's safe room. Absolutely incredible.
And speaking of what's on the road, you're going to want to keep an eye out for these. The CHP has rolled out a new fleet of low-profile patrol vehicles. We're talking slick SUVs designed to blend right in. Now, this brings up a really important question for all of us drivers. How do you know if you're being pulled over by a real officer?
Okay, this is super important, so listen up. Here's the official guidance from the CHP. First things first, slow down and pull over, but do it somewhere safe and well lit. Next, look for a steady red emergency light. That's a key indicator. But if you have any doubt at all, and I mean any, you have every right to call 911 to verify that it's a legitimate stop. Just stay calm and turn on your hazard lights so the officer knows you see them. Seriously, remember these steps. They're all about keeping you safe.
All right, a quick PSA for all our local Toyota drivers. There's a pretty big recall out for almost 400,000 newer Tundras and Sequoia hybrids. The issue is with the rear-view camera software. The good news? It's a totally free software fix at your dealership. You should start seeing letters in the mail about it around November 16th.
So if you're driving a recent Tundra or a Sequoia hybrid, this is your heads up. Take a second to check your VIN online, or just give your local dealer a quick call to see if your car is affected. It's a really easy check for some major peace of mind.
Now, over in Monrovia, the school district is having a really important discussion about possibly merging one or more of the middle schools to better manage resources. And this is one of those times where your voice is absolutely crucial. The district is holding public meetings both in person and online all through this next week. So if you're a parent, a teacher, or just a resident who cares, this is your chance to show up, ask your questions, and be heard.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit, because this is hands down my favorite part of our weekly briefing. It's time to shine a spotlight on the amazing people and organizations that make our community so special.
This next story, wow. It is such a powerful example of how you can turn absolute heartbreak into hope. It's about healing the heroes who've given so much for all of us. Meet Working Dogs for Warriors. This incredible nonprofit, based out in Rancho Cucamonga, trains and donates service dogs to our veterans and first responders dealing with PTSD. Their work was almost derailed by the tragic loss of a co-founder, but the community rallied around them and they pushed forward. And get this, they were just named Nonprofit of the Year. What a story of turning pain into pure purpose.
And speaking of that amazing community spirit, let's give a huge round of applause for the Route 66 Parade Committee in Duarte. The City Council just honored them for their incredible work in bringing back the beloved parade. It just goes to show you the power of dedicated volunteers keeping our best traditions alive.
All right, feeling inspired to get out there and connect? I thought so. Let's take a look at what's happening around town this week. Your cheat sheet for all the best local stuff to do.
And man, it is a busy week. If you're a foodie, there's a hands-on Indian cooking class. Want to give back? Monrovia's Make a Difference Day is this Saturday. You've also got the Taste of Old Town Monrovia, a huge Hispanic heritage celebration in Duarte, and a coffee meetup for our local veterans. There's literally something for everyone.
Okay, time to take the local pulse. We're going to dive into some quick and dirty real estate numbers and then check in on some high school football. Let's do it.
So here's our real estate snapshot for October. Now you can see homes in Monrovia and Arcadia are sitting on the market for about 7 weeks. But the real story here is Duarte. Look at that. With only about 38 homes for sale, they're flying off the market in just 25 days on average. That tells you it is a super competitive market over there. If you're looking in Duarte, you have got to be ready to move fast.
And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? It puts the price differences into such clear perspective. You can really see how Duarte is the most accessible entry point for home ownership in our area, while Arcadia, well, it's still the premium market by a long shot,
with a median price almost double that of Monrovia.
Time for Friday Night Lights. Quick recap. It was a tough week for the Wildcats and the Falcons, but the Arcadia Apaches, they had a huge win. This Friday, Monrovia and Duarte are both playing at home, looking for a comeback, while Arcadia hopes to keep that momentum going on the road in Pasadena. Good luck to all the teams.
Okay, let's wrap up with a little something fun to test your local history knowledge. We've been talking a lot about Duarte today, but do you know what year it officially became a city? Take a second, think about it.
And the answer is 1957. If you guessed 1957, you got it right. A great little piece of San Gabriel Valley trivia for you.
And that's your Mad Insider Briefing for the week. As you head out there, just remember this simple idea. Be good to each other. Thanks so much for tuning in, stay connected, and I will see you right back here next week.